paid off wonderfully in my life. So thank you, Jasmin. You're wonderful. Please share your gifts.
Thank you so much. Woo! Hi, guys! All right, we're going to change it up a little bit. I know we were just zoned out and like super blissed, but now we're going to just move. All right, everyone just move a little bit. Get a little bit of energy. Woo! Woo! All right. So let's see if this thing works. It does not. Oh, there we go. Okay, so to begin, I don't know about you, but I have a love-hate relationship to events like these. I'm sincere. Like, I kind of love them and I kind of hate them simultaneously. And the reason for that is because I come and I sit and I listen to the speakers and I have all these little like aha moments on that was cool and you said way more things than I thought you were gonna say, and like I have these like beautiful moments, but I also feel really awkward and like alone and like, are you my people? Are you my people? Like, how do I talk to you people? Like, we're all a bunch of freaking strangers in this room, right? And we're doing eye gazes and this is beautiful, and we're still strangers. Like, I don't know you. And something that I've always focused on in my life is connection. Like, that's the thing. Anybody who knows me, all I want to do is connect. Are we connected? Are we connected? Are we connected? That's everything to me. And so when I come into these environments, I'm always thinking like, how do we do this so that we maximize? Let's see, this is gonna work. Oh yeah, we got it. Right, because in the most of these events that we go to, it's like this personal growth oriented environment, right? But there's not a real intention to connect with each other. And so, but we have all these amazing people in this room, right? Like, I don't know what you do, I don't know what you do, I don't know, maybe I could help you, maybe you could help me. Like, we don't know. Like, how do we actually do this so that we can really make the most of being in this space together? And that's what I'm always thinking about, like, how do we make the most of it? Because we're just gonna be here at another event and have these beautiful moments and we're all gonna go home to our lives, and then what, right? So my intention here is to set the foundation for our time together. So for those of you who don't know me, you still don't, these are all my credentials, so I'm legit. This is my beautiful husband. I've been featured in all these places. And these are my best-selling books. I actually brought you all a free copy of my parenting book, so at the end you can come back and get a free copy. You're welcome. If you're not a parent, but you know one, you can gift it. But so basically, what I realized is that in my private practice, I have been working with some of the world's most successful people. And I help them be as successful in their personal lives as they are in their professional lives. So what that means is like everything behind closed doors. Your relationship to yourself, your relationship to others, stress, relationships, body image, everything that's really going on that nobody knows about. And one of the things that I love most about it is that everybody's got stuff going on. No matter like what you're doing in the world, we've all got stuff. And there's something so pure and something so connecting about the vulnerability that comes in being able to really see people. And so what I've realized after being in this work for about 15 years, the thing that I have personally craved most is tribe, is community, and deep friendships. And I say that because I've always felt like I've had my feet in two worlds. One world is like the achiever world, the get shit done world, like the, get everything done, do all the things. And then the other world is this like, woo, free spirit, like party, dance, flow world. And in my conventional get shit done world, I'm always like a little too free-spirited for like my conventional friends. I don't know if you've ever experienced that. And in my like free-spirited world, I'm like a little too organized and have too many like agendas and whatever for those people. And so for me, I've been really craving to have people who have their feet in those two worlds. And what I've done in the last year is I've made that kind of my next mission, and I've cultivated a women's circle, and we really actually created a formula for how to go from strangers to sisters. Like, how do you take strangers and create the depth of friendship that we all crave? Because we are so busy. I just read some article that it takes like 1,000 hours to make a new friend, like a soul friend. Like, you have to see them this many times, you have to interact with them, like, hey, how's it going? Like, this many times, you have to go to this many lunches. It was like crazy how many hours it takes to actually create these relationships that we all want. I was like, there's gotta be a better way. So, because I'm a mother, I've got 2 kids, I have my beautiful husband, my work, like, who's got time for that, right? But we all want it. So I created a formula, and we've been working on it for the last year, and it's been so magical. So what I want to do is bring this formula to us here this weekend so that we can utilize it together, so we can maximize on our time together, because we've got all these beautiful souls, and I want us to be able to co-elevate. The word co-elevate is the idea that we are growing together, right? The reason we're coming together is to actually be evolving together. So the formula for this co-elevating friendship is, number 1, level 3 conversations. So I'm going to tell you about that in a second. Number 2 is active listening. And number 3 is consistency. Now, we have the weekend. Hopefully we can continue this on after the weekend. And that's what we're going to talk about. Okay. So there are 3 types of conversations. I came up with this. I don't know if it's official, but I decided. So there are level 1 conversations. Level 1 conversations are the superficial conversations that Maya Rose was talking about, right? Where'd you go? What's the weather? What'd you do? Who likes those types of conversations? Nobody. Nobody! Why do we all do it? Nobody likes it, right? But then, when we then there's a level 2 conversation. Now, this can be a more connecting conversation. This could be, I see it kind of like a high school conversation, actually, because, you know, like in high school, we're like, oh my God, can you believe blah, 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 blah. You know, like, when you have that moment, you feel connected to the person, right? You feel connected because they're telling you their feelings. They're telling you what they're thinking inside you. You feel connected to maybe be about that other chick or that other guy, but you feel connected to that person. But that's not elevating, right? That's not making you a better human. You're feeling more connected, which we all crave. And that's why we have such a society of drama, because we're doing these level 2 conversations to create that sense of connection with each other, but it's not in a way with the real intention to actually elevate as a result of the conversations. Now, level 3 conversations are intentional. Level 3 conversations are the understanding that we are doing this. I am spending my precious moments. The only thing that I get in this life is this moment. And I'm sharing it with you. I have a effing standard for the moments that I have in my life. If I want to give you a moment that is not with my children, it's going to be good. Do you understand? I'm serious about this. Can you tell? Because why? That's my life. That's my moments. I do not want to waste a moment on any stupid interaction, because it's a waste of time and it's a waste of my precious moments. So I am creating the standard for us. How does everybody feel about that? You guys want a standard? Yeah? The standard is that when we're interacting with each other, we are intentional about maximizing on this. How can we both grow, either connect or grow in a way that really satisfies our soul? We can peel back all the layers of all the BS and know that this is weird, I don't know you. Okay, so let's have a conversation. What would you like to get out of this conversation? I don't know, let's figure it out. Like, let's actually be intentional about being around each other. No one talks like that, that's weird, but we all want it, so let's do it. Does that sound fair? Yes? All right. So, the context of conversations is this. When you speak to somebody, there is a talker and there is a listener. Pitch and catch, if you will. Now, has anybody had an interaction where you're talking and the person is not receiving what you're saying? How does that feel? You guys like it when someone doesn't receive what you say? Right? But then you have that moment where you share and you feel seen, and you feel heard. So good, you're giving it to me right now. Oh my God, it feels so good, right? It feels so good when someone receives what you're saying. And so what I'd like to do, now this is the skill set of what a therapist does. It's called active listening. Awesome. Active listening is when you actually listen with the intention to fully make sure that the person feels heard. It's not, what am I going to say? What am I going to do? What do they need? What's the advice that they need to hear? It's actually like, I'm going to make sure that you feel heard. That's my only intention in having this conversation as the receiver. We can take turns. So that's where you take these steps. You reflect. You can say something like, that must feel like this, or it seems like that, or it sounds like this, right? You're not saying you should do this. Well, my mom said blah, blah, blah. Then you clarify. You can say, can you tell me more about that? I'm going to give you guys, you don't have to take notes, I'm going to give you a little flyer again. Can you tell me more about that? Or how did you feel when? Or what was it like when? Or is this something you've experienced before? You're trying to get them to share more. You're trying to get more information out of them. Then you summarize. All right, so just to clarify, is this what you mean? Is this what you said? You take what they said and you put it up to them and you say, is this right? Oh my God, how good does it feel if someone's like, this is what you just said. You're like, oh my God, that's just what I just said. You're right, I just said that. It feels so good, right? And then, this is the kicker, you ask them what they need. You do not assume you know what they want from the conversation. If they are the talker, it is about them. And so you ask, well, what would be most helpful for you right now? Right? Maybe they just wanted to talk. Maybe they just wanted to share. Or you could say, if you do have some advice, you ask for permission before you give it. So I have some thoughts, if you're interested. This happened to me before. Would that be interesting to you? Yeah, sure, okay. Now I'll share it. So the idea is, how do we have a format and a strategy for how we can actually communicate with each other that's going to maximize on these interactions? So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little experience. We're going to break up into groups of 3. I'm going to give you a prompt. You each are going to have 3 minutes to talk. You are going to be the talker for 3 minutes, and you're going to be the listener for those 3 minutes. And then we're going to take turns. The prompt, okay, yeah, we got it. All right. The prompt is belonging, okay? So you're going to get in a group of 3, and you're going to talk for 3 minutes about what are your friendships like? Are you satisfied? Why or why not? Why or why not? What's working? What isn't? And so when you're the talker, you're just going to talk freely about belonging and friendships and what it's like in your life, and the other people are just going to be active listening. You don't have to make it a whole thing. You don't have to read, but just trust and connect. Okay? And then we're going to go 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 3 minutes. Does that sound good? All right, everyone get your group of 3. Gotta move fast because we got a 20-minute thing. All right, everybody find a group of 3? Not yet. Find a group of 3. Find a group of 3. All right. Raise your hand if you don't have a group of 3. All right, here's a group. Group of 3. We need a 1. Look around. If you have groups, there's 2. There's 2 people over there. They're right over there. There's 2. All right, everyone's got your group. We need 1 more over here. There's a group of 3 with 2. Okay, he's got there. You guys need 1? Everybody have their group of 3? All right, find your little spot. All right, everybody look here for 1 second. Let me get your attention. Everybody look this way. You got your group of 3? All right. So what we're going to do is this. The person who's going to go first, you're going to talk for 2 minutes, okay? You're going to talk about the prompt, about belonging and relationships. The others are going to listen, and then we're going to switch, and I'll tell you when it's time to switch. Sound good? All right, go. got 30 more seconds. All right, 5 seconds, then you get to switch. And switch to the next person. Everybody should be on person number 2. What are your friendships like? Are you satisfied? Why or why not? What's working? What isn't? They told me I had a little wiggle room because there's 10 minutes between.
You have an 8-minute video, so your only wiggle room is 2 minutes. Yeah. I don't know. They shouldn't have told you that.
They told me I could go up to 30.
Yeah. I don't know why they told you that. According to my schedule, it's only 2 minutes in between you and the next speaker. Some speakers do have that wiggle room, but your slot actually doesn't.
Can we push it just so that they can finish?
Yeah.
30 more seconds.
I don't think they told you that. Actually, only have 2 minutes in between you and the other speaker.
I'll do my best. We're about to switch. Switch to the third speaker. Switch to the third speaker. The third speaker should be talking. When they all sit back down, you can start passing it out. When they sit back down, you'll tell me. You need to. Tell me. Tell me. She's gonna do it with you on the other side.
Like an extra 2 minutes, but that's literally all we have. Now you have 2 minutes.
All right, everybody, let's start to wrap it up. Finish up your conversations. Come back to the chairs. I'm loving that you're enjoying yourselves. Raise your hand if you can hear me. Raise your hand if you can hear me. All right, it's time, guys. We got to come back to our chairs. I'm sorry. It was quick, but you can continue the conversation after. We got to move it along. I know. There's so many people talking. Come back to your spots. Everybody, please. I love that you guys are enjoying this, but you gotta sit down. All right, raise your hand if you can hear me. Let's do it. Raise your hand. Come back, come back, come back. Come back, please. Do I need to put my teacher voice on? Teacher voice. Come back, raise your hand. Touch your nose if you can hear me, and close your mouth. Touch your nose and close your mouth. Well, first of all, I love that you guys didn't want to come back. That was awesome. And in respect of the schedule, we're just going to do 2 quick moments. Anybody have a share about how that felt? What you think it would be like to have more of that in your life? Anybody want to share something? Yes?
This is what every single person in the world is craving. And the more that we can spend this time in presence, the more that the world is going to be.
Oh, that's true. That's beautiful. I got goosebumps. Yay! We love it! That makes us happy. True. Thank you. Yes?
Well, I got to sit with 2 public speakers, 2 coaches that are phenomenal, so I'm just like flying high.
I love it. That's awesome. One more. Anybody else? Yes?
I just enjoy the vulnerability. I sat with my husband in this beautiful lady next to him, and I even learned more about my husband's feelings
Oh.
and connection, with men. So I feel like vulnerability was beautiful.
Oh, you're gonna make me cry. So beautiful. Guys, I'm so glad. That was just 2 minutes. Can you believe it? 2 minutes. So what we're gonna do, I just wanna let you know, I'm passing out a little flyer. Everybody take these. I'm gonna put them out at lunchtime. The idea is be weird. Be like, hey guys, let's get a group of people together. We'll play this game. This is like a connection game. One of the things that I hate most about events is like all the awkward people like looking around and who do I sit with and what do I do, and like just say, hey, who wants to play the game? And then we'll play the game, and you guys can do more of this throughout the experience that we have here. Does that sound good? All right, so if anybody wants to learn more about me, my women's circle, you can feel free to use my QR code. It's also on the flyer, and I'll be in the back. Everybody gets a free book, so come and take it. So come say hi. If you want signatures on it, I don't know, people like that, but you all get a book. All right, it's lovely. Thank you so much.